Okay, alright, coming back for an update on my PC-00 pancar that I'm running with the prototype right now. I have been doing quite a lot of tests with this, with different bodies, different setups, and this is the latest that I have that so far has been the best. The next thing I need to do for the use on the very bumpy track is to add a little bit of weight, maybe at the front and maybe at the rear. I have to see. So let me show you where I'm at right now. I have changed the diff to a gear diff from Kyosho standard gear diff. I'm running on foams all around. I have no idea what shore they are. They are not very new, but this has made a big difference because I had some really crappy tires in the front. I had a lot of understeer because of them, and I couldn't figure out a way to set up the front end properly while having the bad tires, basically. Sorry, there is a lot of carpet everywhere. So is the same foam all around, so now I have a much more controlled ability to control the changes that I'm making. So another change I have made is, instead of running the Velcro straps around or the tape around to hold the battery, I Velcro taped it to the bottom, if you can see over there underneath, so it is still floating. It's not touching the bottom plate and it doesn't move at all, and I'm driving it on the crazy bumpy track that you see on the videos. That's on my rooftop, so if it doesn't fall down on there, it won't fall down anywhere at all. And what else to report? Well, no damages to report, which I'm really happy about, because I have quite a few full speed crashes into bars that stopped it. So I have a couple of cracks on the bodies, but that is absolutely not a problem. Other than that, there's nothing that have been damaged on the car. The uprights are still intact. The suspensions, I have changed a pretty thick oil inside there. I think it's a 10K. I think it's a Diff oil actually that I'm using. A 10K Diff oil. I have two O-rings over there to dampen, and I have soft springs at the back. So it has more of a dampening actions because the O-rings are slowing down the retraction of the springs, and so it's a little bit less bouncy and a little bit more able to twist like that. I'm still gonna play around with this, and I'm yet to see on an RCP track how it goes. What else have I changed? Oh yes, in the front end I have run different configurations. I ran with the O-ring at the top, and I ran with different ride heights and completely stuck. I ran with droop, which means the uprights were free to fall on their own. That was pretty good actually. Right now I'm running with a half spring. So I basically took a rear spring and cut it in half, and I have a little bit of spring on both sides now. That seems to be working pretty well. It's a little bit more loose in the front than it was originally, and so far so good. It's still very tail happy, although with the new diff and the new tires as well, it's a lot less tail happy than it was before. And yeah, the only thing really that I have a hard time figuring out is the track upstairs is so bouncy that pretty much every car I have drives I have a hard time driving upstairs. So if I can figure out a way that the car just is a little bit heavier, I think I'll try to add a little weight over the diffuser attachment here, and probably a little weight either on the bumper here or on top of the servo, and we'll see if that makes a difference. It's not really for the grip, because the grip is okay. It's more for this little jumpiness action. Just I'm driving the Mini Q6 that is full aluminum, and this is way heavier and it doesn't bounce that much at all. So all the other cars I have, by the way, Mini Q really awesome quality out of the box, amazing car. So that's what I can tell you. I drove it with the NSX body that I have, which is the GT-NX, and I drove it of course with the prototype body, and I drove it with the Natalie EV GT body without wing of course and without diffuser. There is a wing here, and this body is super light. It's super lively with this body on, so I highly recommend this body if you're driving rear-wheel drive or 98 mm. You want to try it. This is a super nice body, super balanced. So I'm gonna do more. I'm probably gonna build a version just for running on the GT, and one that is gonna be dedicated to pure prototype and, you know, endurance looking. So I'm gonna do probably another one in order to be able to test around a little bit more. And so that's about it. I've done a couple more work on the Classic Mini. So this well, you'll see more videos of the Classic Minis. I have the Union that I posted recently. I'm gonna have the Bugatti, and hopefully I can have a video with multiple at the same time. So that's something I'm working on. Alright, so hope this has been a little bit of information about the PC-00. It is of course now fully available, either just empty naked chassis or in the proto version, and it comes, the naked one come with the MR or the RR pod at the back. So go have a look, see for yourself. It's pretty inexpensive. It's an experimental platform, so have fun with it, and I'll keep on reporting, and I'll edit the video probably this weekend so you can see more lap times. I'm doing it with the lap timer, so I can actually see the difference between all the changes that I'm making. Alright, on that note, see you soon everybody, stay safe, bye bye.